What is going on, guys? MitchCactus here, coming back with another Forza Horizon 5 video, and today we'll be talking about the easiest and best free money glitch you guys can use in Horizon 5 to be able to make millions of credits fairly easily and quickly, whether you're a new player or you've been playing for a while and you're simply trying to get some credits to be able to buy that next car or house. Now, of course, guys, this isn't one of the crazy glitches you might have seen like the Super 7 a few weeks ago. It's a more moderate glitch you guys can use to easily get upwards of 5 million credits every hour, which is fairly significant considering how easy it is to use. Now, of course, guys, glitches and money making methods often change. There's often new ones that come out and often other ones that get patched. So if you guys want to stay up there with any further videos related to this, stay up with any further Forza news and more, please consider dropping a like and subscribing to my channel with notifications on. But now we're going to get started with exactly what you guys need. So first off, farming skill points and drifting will actually be involved, so you need a good car. There are a few different ones you guys can use. So one I'm in right now is the Unicorn V2. It's actually the best car for this in the entire game, with the reason being not only is it extremely quick and easy to drift, it is very good car mastery skill perks. You guys can see if I fully max mine out, I'm going to show you the reason why this car is so good. It's actually because it has a car mastery skill multiplier of ×8, which basically means, guys, in order to get 10 skill points in one chain, instead of having to go up till around 72,000 points in the chain, I'll elaborate as the video goes on, you only need to get around 62,500, so it's a fair bit quicker. And if you guys are wondering, I've got a billion super wheel spins, a billion skill points and more, well, you guys can too. It's because I'm playing on a Forza modded account from MitchCactus.com that actually comes with instant delivery. We can apply these mods to our personal account, our pre-med account. We offer credit and super wheel spin boost packs and even rare car packs if that's all you guys are looking for. There'll be a link in the pinned comment description if you guys are interested and don't want to have to spend hours and hours grinding and just trying to get some easy money. We've got well over 4,600 Trustpilot reviews, and that number is only going up, and even offer GTA packs. But now to get back into it, guys, if you don't have the Unicorn V2, there are very many other cars you can use, including any of the Formula Drift cars, which pretty much every Forza player will have a few of these at least for free, and these are still pretty good. They have a skill multiplier of ×7, so not quite as good as a Unicorn, but they definitely are valid cars to use. In terms of tunes, it doesn't really matter too much. My Unicorn V2 is just upgraded, no tune really applied at all. It's still going to be super quick and easy to drift, but once you guys have your car and you've got your skill mastery perks maxed out, which is super important, head to the aerodrome drag strip. It's a pretty straight and easy area of the map that you guys can drift, and by using this method, which I'll go on and show you guys now, you can easily get around 10 skill points every minute, which certainly adds up after you guys do it for a while. And to get started, all you guys need to go on and do is just drift in the side to side motion, almost like a U pattern. It's very easy to do. You just go side to side. You don't need to be good at drifting. It's super simple and straightforward. You can also hit some of these objects as you keep going to get a few extra skill points added to your chain, but you guys need to know when to stop drifting. Basically, in Forza Horizon 5, the most skill points you can get in one chain is 10. This is the cap. You guys can see my points on the screen right now. These are what I'll be referring to. They're right now at 20,000 for reference. Even if I got mine to 1 million, I would still only get 10 skill points. So you don't want to keep drifting beyond the threshold where you will of course attain 10 skill points in one chain. For a car like the Unicorn V2, which is a skill multiplier of ×8, that threshold is reached once the points on screen get to 62,500. For a car like the Formula Drift car, it's 72,000. But there's one thing you guys need to keep in mind. The points on screen now are actually going to be quite a lot higher than what they're showing. The reason is being that you're actually farming skill points quicker while doing these motions than what the animations can show you on the top of the screen. So keep that in mind. You want to time it well and stop a little bit earlier to ensure the points will keep racking up. Let's say I stop right around now just to prove my point. If I stop drifting now, I'm no longer going to be earning skill points, but you guys can see my points are going to still be going up. It'll keep adding up like this for quite a while, and you guys will see it'll probably stop at around that 62,000 point. So if you guys are using a Formula Drift car with ×7 skill multipliers, you probably want to stop at mid 50s to 60,000 to ensure it'll add up right to that 72,000 points. So you're not wasting time drifting around when you've already unlocked 10 skill points. And guys, one thing to keep in mind, the way you can calculate how many points you need to go up to based off your skill multiplier is by dividing 500,000 by your skill multiplier. You guys can see mine is ×8, 500,000 times 8, 62 and a bit thousand. That's where I need to go up. You guys can see I stopped at like 46,000 points and it's still going up beyond 70,000. So I would probably want to look at this and adjust to make sure I'm being as efficient as possible. Let's say I probably want to stop at around 40,000, but it's still going up, and I'll come back to you guys when it stopped. You guys can see it kept going up slightly higher to 79,500, and that's an easy 10 skill points. Now, one thing to keep in mind, guys, if you don't want to have to keep waiting every single time, that probably took around 30 seconds. Here's one thing you need to go in and know. Let's say say you're getting back into another drifting, you're trying to get another 10 skill points, you basically want to stop at one of the events on this strip, enter into the event, and back straight out. That will instantly bank your skill points. You will not lose the chain. They'll instantly be deposited in your car mastery perks, and you'll earn the skill points. So let's say I had the cross country event, which many of you would have unlocked, or maybe this drag strip, which probably less of you would have unlocked if you're a newer player. Basically, let's say you stop, you're ready to stop drifting, you've hit your 10 skill points, you think it's around that point, enter event, back out, instantly will bank your skill points, and you guys can get straight back into drifting. This will save you a bunch of time and is what is needed if you want to make over 500 skill points now by doing this. But let's say you've made 500 skill points, you want to convert them into super wheel spins. This is how you do it. Let's go and head to the Horizon Festival playlist. There are a few different cars you guys can use, and I'll show you the different options, but one of the best in the game is actually the Zenvo TSR-S, and for a very good reason. This car costs around 1 million credits on the auction house, and you're probably thinking that might be a little bit much. However guys, there's a bit of a trick. The TSR-S here is the right one you guys need to find. Let's say you buy one of these, even for 1.2 million, it really doesn't matter. All you need is those initial credits, and it'll be free from when you guys do it. What I mean by that, guys, is that with the fairly recent auction house changes, it doesn't matter. Even if you buy a car, let's say this seller had used the car mastery perks, even if you buy it from him, the perks will still be wiped as soon as the transaction goes through. Pretty much, guys, any car that is bought on the auction house, or let's say you sell a car on the auction house and no one buys it, therefore it'll be returned to you, that process will still wipe the skill perks and they will no longer be used, which means you guys can replicate this process over and over again without having to actually pay for each car. I've done it through the auto show just to make a point that you guys can actually also buy these cars from the auto show if you weren't able to initially get one off the auction house. Let's say I bought this off the auction house for 1.2 million credits. I can go into it, it costs 21 skill points, and I can get 2 super wheel spins and 1 normal wheel spin. Some of the best value you guys will see in any car in the game. But now you're probably thinking, well, I've spent 1.2 million, it's not worth it for only a few spins. Well guys, like I said, if you list this car back up on the auction house, it'll either sell and you'll get 1.2 million credits and you guys can repeat the process, or even if it doesn't sell, you'll get the car back with the car mastery perks wiped, which means you can keep rinsing and repeating the process and doing it over and over again. So it's basically a free way to be able to convert these skill points into super wheel spins. Another car you guys can also do this with, which is also a fairly similar concept, but is good if you don't have 1.2 million credits to start out with, is the Bugatti Divo. They're only around 400,000 credits, and I want to show you guys an example of one I already have in my garage as to the perks. As you guys can see in the car mastery perks, still very good perks, 1 normal wheel spin as well as 2 super wheel spins, similar to that Zenvo. However, of course, it costs around 1/3 of the price, but it does cost more skill points. So longer term, if you guys are going to be doing this and you want to be more concise and efficient with your skill points, once you've built up enough credits from the supers to unlock or be able to buy a Zenvo, use those cars, as the Devos are not quite as efficient, but they're certainly a good option if you guys are getting started. This is going to wrap up this video. Hope you all did enjoy. Be sure to use this, make some millions of credits. But like I said, if you want to skip out on the grind, you don't have to spend hours and hours drifting just to be able to buy a couple of cars. Our modded accounts are definitely a good solution, or even just a credit and super wheel spin boost pack if that's all you guys are looking for. There will be a link in the pinned comment description. Like I said, we've got over 4,600 Trustpilot reviews. We're by far the most reputable modders in the entire game, and you guys can see that on our website. So that's going to wrap up this video. Like I said, thank you all so much for watching.